Hey, folks. Hey, folks, what's happening with you? This is your boy Lonzo. It's Thursday, folks, and it's going down like folks at times in a broken elevator. This is Issues in the Hood Reloaded, and you're live. That's right, you're live from Lonzo Land Studios with my partner in crime, my attorney, my counsel Yeti.
Yes,
on
sir.
my left, y'all, we call him the hip-hop attorney, my partner, Dakar. What's up, dude?
Man, I had to be back for another episode of Issues in the Hood. And, we got some interesting discussion to be had today, so I'm excited.
You know what? Thursday is always a special show for me, man, because Thursday is kind of a up-close and personal look at what's happening around us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now crime is always around us, too. But
unfortunately,
Thursdays, it's like one of them things we can look at the city, the state, the government, and talk shit. Because these are issues in the hood. It may not be our immediate hood. It may be our national hood or our state hood.
Yeah.
All of it, okay?
Yeah, that's one thing I like about this show, too, is that the same conversations that we would have in the barbershop or hanging out with the fellas at the local Starbucks, we can get into some of those issues and explore them a little bit more deeply because of the technology that we got.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to be in the studio for this one.
And we got a call-in number. Folks, call in 323-290-4896. It's always good, folks. It's always good to hear from you. So if you got something to say, you want to be a part of this conversation, you're welcome to join us. 323-920-4896. What are you doing over there, man?
My audio.
You heard
going
it?
in and out a little bit.
Okay, no problem. Hey, look here, folks. The car got something for. What you got, man?
Well, there's a lot of. We always start off talking about newsworthy stories. So everybody was kind of anticipating and waiting to see who Barack Obama would nominate to fill that Supreme Court vacancy. You had the Justice Scalia, who passed away a few weeks ago.
They say now they're trying to say he was murdered.
Okay, maybe he was.
I doubt it.
The guy was. A lot of people consider the guy to be a racist. So.
Duh.
So hey, hopefully we'll get somebody, seated. That's a lot more fair. Now, when the vacancy came open, I'm looking like, okay, Obama has less than a year left in office. What type of nominee should he be seeking? Of course, you got to find somebody who's qualified. More than likely, it's going to be somebody who is a judge at the federal level. But then when you start looking at the demographic of the Supreme Court and looking at the demographic of the Supreme Court justices historically, we've only had two black men who've been seated on the Supreme Court of the United States. One was Thurgood Marshall, who's considered a very good justice. But then we had Clarence Thomas, which a lot of people consider to be a setback.
Right.
We've never had a black female nominated to the Supreme Court or on the Supreme Court, period. You know what I mean? So I thought maybe this would be a good opportunity to get a qualified black female judge, especially considering the fact that Michelle Obama is a lawyer herself. I imagine she knows hundreds of black female judges by now. And, hey, Michelle, will you, make sure Obama gets my name?
Well, you know what? I think Obama got enough sense to realize he already going to have an uphill fight mess with them fools in the Senate and Congress. Okay?
Yeah, because the Republicans who control the Senate and the House of Representatives have basically said no matter who he nominates, they're not going to even vet the person and meet with the person to, get the person seated.
This is a perfect example of what's wrong with America. Okay? No matter what your job is, you don't have to do it and still get paid. Okay? These folks,
you can refuse to work.
You can refuse to work and still get your check. Well, if you refuse to work, I'm going to refuse to pay you. Okay? Bottom line. Yeah. So you have these folks, again, it's all about politics. It's not about what's good for the country. They don't want anybody in there that may be sensitive to the left side of the fence.
Right.
Okay, bottom line.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Black, white, woman, female, monkey, whatever the case may be, they don't want that. Okay, they're hoping that Trump, or Cruz, or Rubio, or somebody from that side of the fence will win the election, and he'll be able to nominate somebody that they can roll with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obama don't have time for a long-term fight right now. Okay. He couldn't go hardball with another Latino.
I know where you're headed with this.
He couldn't go hardball with a black female.
See, that's another thing I was thinking. We never had an Asian.
He couldn't go hard with an Asian, man.
You know,
you got the Senate is the House and the Senate is predominantly old white men. They're set in their ways. So he had to go with the path of least resistance, which is another old white man.
Let me say this: as much as I would love to see him appoint someone who historically has never been appointed before, somebody from some demographic in society, whether it's an Asian male or female, or a black female, somebody who hasn't been represented before.
I understand
a Middle Eastern person, or East Indian person. We haven't seen that. As much as I would like to see that, I guess at the end of the day, it's more important about where does the person stand on the important issues. You know what I mean? Because I would rather have a liberal-leaning white judge than another Clarence.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oreo
it's like so. It's not just about race. I don't want to be misconstrued. It would be great to have a black woman appointed, but if you put a conservative black woman on the Supreme Court, that would be as disastrous as the Clarence Thomas nomination.
It may not be about race for us, but for so many other people, it is about race, man. And that's the part that I think a lot of us don't understand. It's not about race for us per se. If you're a fair person, black, white, Mexican, monkey, whatever the case may be, we'll roll with that. They don't want that.
Yeah.
The folks that's really running this country don't really want that. They don't, and they can't see past the color of their skin. So, I mean, this is why we got the idiocracy that we have right now with Trump.
Yeah. You know what? What is it? I guess in the last few decades, I think the Supreme Court, which is comprised of 9 justices, has consistently been composed of 5 right-leaning justices and 4 left-leaning justices. So now the scale can be tipped towards the left with this new nominee, and hopefully, this country can get on the path towards wealth redistribution because the Supreme Court controls the law ultimately, and I think the law has been the biggest obstacle to redistribution of wealth in this country. Rich people, they lobby, they have money they got the politicians in their pockets.
Right.
And the laws are written to help the rich stay rich and get richer and make sure poor people stay poor. So now hopefully with a left-leaning Supreme Court, we can get legislation in that will help for wealth redistribution, which is something Obama believes in. I know he has less than a year left in office, but hopefully Hillary Clinton can continue that legacy. Hey, but listen, the guy that Obama did nominate, his name is Merrick Garland. I know nothing about this guy, but I got a little video clip. It's kind of a short biography. You mind if we take a look at it and see what the new nominee is
about? The U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. It's a position I've had for about 18 years. I'm married to Lynn Rosenman Garland. We met at a rehearsal dinner. Somebody managed to put us sitting next to each other. We always thought it was an accident, but maybe it wasn't. She is the most honest, straightforward person you can imagine. We have 2 spectacular daughters. They are both very much like her, very athletic, very smart in math and science. They're better at virtually all sports than I am. When I'm standing with the president and he announces my nomination, I actually think we'll feel a little bit like it's an out-of-body experience. This is not anything I could have ever imagined happening growing up in Lincolnwood, Illinois. My mother would watch on TV. She's still alive. She'll be crying. And my father would be very proud. And to me, it's it's the highest position that somebody who believes in the rule of law and making sure that the law is applied fairly can be in. And I think the rule of law is what distinguishes our country from most other countries and many other countries. It's people's willingness to trust that they don't have to take justice into their own hands. That law will treat people fairly and impartially and without regard to politics or religion or race or anything else. And if people trust that, we have a decent society.
People also want to be sure this investigation goes forward effectively.
Associate Deputy Attorney General Merrick Garland describing what has been going on at a hearing for bombing suspect Timothy McVeigh today at El Reno prison outside of Oklahoma City.
On April 19th, 1995, Timothy McVeigh blew up a Ryder truck right in front of the Murrah building, which is a federal building in Oklahoma City. I was given one evening to pack and say goodbye to my 3- and 5-year-old daughters and my wife. And we began from there trying to find out who had blown up the building and where the Ryder truck was from. Maybe a core reason that I have this deep feeling about the rule of law, that on the one hand, we have to make sure that people don't settle their differences violently, and the other hand, to make sure that there's a justice system that works and follows the Constitution and that resolves the issues in an appropriate way. And I think that's what judges are supposed to do. Make sure that they're faithful to the Constitution, faithful to the law, and have the people's trust that if they come before a judge, they'll get an honest hearing, and the case will be resolved on the law and not on some extraneous factor like politics or religion or race or anything else.
Okay.
Oh, hell no, he ain't gonna work. Hell no, he ain't gonna work. He sound like he make too much sense. Oh my God. The Republicans gonna have a fit with him, man. He talking about having some fairness based on the Constitution and not based on race. Come on, man, bruh. I hope you make it, but them folks folks on the hill will have a problem with you.
Okay. You know what? Two things I like about him. He's from Illinois, my home state, and then also he was the prosecutor on the Timothy McVeigh case. I didn't know that.
Me either.
No, my only disappointment is that I sent my resume in to the White House hoping to get nominated for this job, and I didn't get a response.
Okay, well, we're gonna follow up on that on next show.
Yeah, I'm a little offended, but moving forward, what else is going on, man? There's a lot going on in the news, obviously, other than politics. I heard a story in the news. I'm actually going to save it. I want to do a segment after we take our first commercial break.
Okay.
I'm going to offer a wealth building tip. We've talked about it before. I think we've done it once on one of the shows, either Now Without Lonzo or this one. But I'm hoping to make it a weekly feature. And I don't know if you heard about N.B.A. player Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
Oh, my God. Let's hold that discussion
for
our wealth building tips. But, I got another video that I want to share. I've been holding on to this one for a couple of weeks. We always keep it hip-hop on the shows.
Okay.
This is from a hip-hop legend. If we can go back to the video, let's check this one out, and then we'll comment a little bit.
Get your weather from Flavor Flav. Here we go. Yeah, boy. Yeah, that's right. Y'all thought they was joking? I'm really here, you know what I'm saying? To bring y'all the weather, not only for the good, but for the better. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing, and it's all in the message that we are relaying. Now check this out. Right over here, you see it right there in Salt Lake City? We got 56 degrees, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to take it all the way right here. You know what I'm saying? The West Valley.
You know what I'm saying?
Got 57 degrees right here in West Valley. And you know, let me tell y'all something. I mean, you know, the weather's it's going to be kind of good today. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're looking at today. You know what I'm saying? You know, right over here, you know what I'm saying? Over here, the echo.
You know what I'm saying?
Echo. You know what I'm saying? Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello. Y'all heard the echo, right? Well, guess what? We got 60 degrees over here at Echo. You know what I'm saying? Then also,
I know what you're saying.
Right over here, we got 62 degrees. Oh, guess what? Right over here in Eli, 59 degrees. Not bad, not bad. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yes,
listen, I just want to say thank y'all for letting me be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a weather person. I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. But thank
really
you,
don't know
Fox,
what you're
you know,
saying.
for letting me come on this morning. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out goes out to my brother Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? The athletic director at West High School. Yo, we gonna be back, you know what I'm saying, with some more stuff.
You're taking
Yo,
my
Breck.
job, man.
What's up, Breck?
You hear it first.
Jody Miller! Thank you, Jody, for this
We're
guy.
going to be talking more to you. We're going to have an interview coming up, so we're going to hear a lot more from this guy.
And yo, we'll get the weather for real, so stick around, all right, from this guy right here. He's the best.
You know, I actually thought that was a cool video.
Man, I wish the hell you would. You know what? That's a perfect example of modern day buffoonery. Okay, man. You know,
that's pretty harsh. We go ahead.
That's modern day buffoonery, man. You know, weather people for the most part, when it comes to any major channel, it's always been a sexy woman good-looking guy. Okay, what city was this from?
I have to look it up.
Please
I don't
do.
know offhand.
I want to bet you
Salt Lake City. So you.
that's a small population of black folks. Okay, that right there.
Carl Malone and 2 others, right?
Come on, man. That's a small population of black folks. Here you got the clown of Public Enemy, the clown of Flavor Flav, whatever every show was, that is virtually embarrassing black folks and giving white folks something to clown us about, man.
You know what? I think
The man said, you know what I'm saying, 11 times in a 1 minute and 30-second clip.
He did.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
did. A couple of points.
Go for it.
I think we probably should do a show where we dedicate a whole topic to this issue of to what extent can black people be entertaining and silly and it's legitimate good for the culture as opposed to being a buffoon. Spike Lee has called when Martin Lawrence had his sitcom, he said it was buffoonery or something to the extent. I remember him criticizing Martin. I'm a big fan of Spike Lee and Martin Lawrence. I was watching the episode of The Three Stooges a couple of nights ago. I actually watched a few episodes. I was up late at night. The Three Stooges were the biggest buffoons probably in show business at that time. These guys were Jewish, but they were funny as hell. And I don't see them getting criticized at the same level that blacks do when we do the same type of thing. Yes, it's buffoonery, but can we be, some of us are serious at times, some of us are athletic, some of us are creative, we got scientists, we got our school teachers, we got our lawyers, we got our artists, we got, we're very diverse. You ain't buying none of it.
I ain't buying them. You can't get a receipt for that one.
But
you can't get a receipt for me on that one. Though.
Other people do buffoonery stuff, though.
Buffoonery is fine if it's clear that it's buffoonery. Okay? I can't say buffoonery is fine. I'd love to have a good time. Okay? But there is certain lines I'm not going to cross. I'm not going to put on a dress that make you laugh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put on a wig to make you laugh.
Have you seen the Allstate commercials with
I was just about to talk about
Okay.
that, man.
Please do.
I was in the gym
and
the other day.
we'll probably take a commercial break coming up in a couple of minutes.
I was in the gym the other day, and I look up, I see, who was that? It was Ricky Smiley, and I looked.
He was in the gym?
He wasn't. He was in the gym.
Oh, he was on TV. Okay.
I look on the TV, and I see Ricky Smiley, and he's playing a part, and another guy is in a dress, a well-respected basketball player is in a dress with a beard and the whole 9 yards. I'm like, why we got to do that all the time?
Are you talking about DeAndre Jordan or somebody else?
DeAndre Jordan.
Okay. Yeah.
Why we got to go out like that? Okay.
Yeah. You know what? The commercials, they aren't funny.
They're not funny.
Maybe if it was funny, it would be a little bit more acceptable. But then, as a man, I have a knee-jerk reaction whenever I see a black man in a dress because I know that is something that Hollywood sometimes try to force on black male actors and people that want to do commercials, so on and so forth. I'm sure you heard Dave Chappelle talk about, he, I don't know which movie it was. It was a movie. He was on a movie set. He was, part of the cast. And he said one of the directors came into his trailer and said, hey, we made a change in the script. And, you're really going to love this. He's trying to sell it to him. And we're going to need you to put on this dress. And Dave Chappelle refused to do it because he sees it the way you and I see it. Like, that shit is not cool. And it's not funny. Now, in small doses, I'm okay with it, to be honest. I think about Eddie Murphy, Nutty Professor, the dinner scene.
Okay.
I thought that was genius.
Hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
And even from the Martin sitcom, him doing Mama Payne and Shanae. I thought that was funny.
Okay.
But it's like, come on, every time I look up, do I got to see some black man in a dress? You know what I mean? It's like, it's gotten to be too much, and a lot of it isn't funny. It's just stupid.
Robin Williams pulled it off in Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay?
Yes.
But that was
R.I.P. Robin Williams.
Yeah, that was a great bit of acting on his part. And I'm not saying Eddie Murphy's not a great actor for doing it, but it's like it becomes a staple after a while. It's like it becomes requirement that every black actor has to put on a dress at some point in time. Okay, I never seen
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise in a dress.
Yeah.
I never saw Sean Connery, George Clooney.
Yeah.
It don't happen like that. Okay,
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
right? But
I would imagine that if somebody even approached them with the idea, they would probably ruin that person's career.
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah.
as a part of going to the next
But
level,
if you're a black male actor, they come to you with this bullshit. Yeah.
It's part of going to the next level. Okay, you know what you put this dress on. Why? Why gotta do that? Okay, why do I have to do that? Why is that a requirement? Okay, are you out of your fucking mind?
And some of our young men, some of our folks want to be a part of Hollywood so bad that they'll accept roles.
So bad,
And it's like, I don't know who's advising DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan's one of my favorite players, by the way. I think he's one of the most talented young centers in the league, and out of all centers, he's probably, I would say he's a top five at his position. He's one of the 5 best centers.
Season.
Yeah, and I would say last year too.
Okay.
He led the league in blocks last year. Field goal percentage, he might have been second in rebounding, and he's like number 1 or 2 in all those categories again this year. He's been one of the best centers in the league for the last 2-3 years.
Now, is it something is it the fact you have to do that to appear to be less threatening, to other folks? Come on, man.
It could be that.
I tell you what, they wouldn't have Chuck D doing no damn commercials like that. They wouldn't have Professor Griff doing no commercials like that.
I think Chuck D would catch a case if somebody approached him with that bullshit.
Okay. So, I mean, you don't even see Chuck D.
And I would offer to defend him for free.
You don't see Chuck D on television. Okay, you don't see him. You see him on YouTube, on Facebook and YouTube.
I've seen him on some talk shows on occasion.
Oh, which ones?
Like Night Talk.
Late night when you fighting sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you damn
like
sure don't see
Jimmy
Professor
Fallon
Griff?
or Jimmy Kimmel, maybe.
Okay.
Over the years, yeah.
So, but I'm gonna say Flavor Flav, who was the clown, side man of Public Enemy, they made him a superstar. Got him dating white women. I mean, come on, man. You know how many people that pisses off? To see
I think a lot of people find it entertaining, though.
To see Flavor Flav kissing Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone's
I remember
ex-wife.
Judge Mathis from the Court TV show, who used to be actually an actual sitting judge in the state of Michigan. Right. I'm a big fan of Judge Mathis. He admitted that he was addicted to the Flavor of Love show. He said, I watch it. I don't know why, but I can't stop watching it. A lot of people see it for what it is, which is just entertainment. Unknown, we should be looking to go to a commercial break in a minute, bro. When we come back, let's talk about a wealth building tip. Let's make this a regular feature of the Issues in the Hood show. We'll talk about Kawhi Leonard and what he's doing. What Kawhi Leonard is doing inspires me.
Okay.
And I hope it inspires everybody. So I want people to see this story, but we got some wealth building tips too when we come back.
Be right back, folks. 2 minutes. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. That sounds like Paul Hardcastle met World Class Wrecking Crew. That's some of you, Dre, right?
Yes, sir.
Which one is that?
That's The Groove by Facade. Lyrad, Cole rocking it.
All right, that's some true old school, smooth groove hip hop, folks. Hey, look, we're back, y'all. Issues in the Hood Reloaded. You're live with your boy Lonzo, the World Class Grandmaster, and my partner in crime, my lawyer, my attorney, Dakar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to be back. Okay, so we're going to get into the segment. This is our weekly wealth building tip, man. You know, when I was younger, I used to, like a lot of people say, I don't care to be rich. I just want to be comfortable.
Bullshit.
I'll tell you something about being comfortable, because I've been comfortable most of my life. All you got to do is miss out on 1 or 2 paychecks, and you go from being comfortable to very uncomfortable very quickly. So my thinking over the last several years have been, I want to build wealth. I want the people that work for me to be comfortable. I'm trying to get to the next level. You know what I mean? So, I like to start off this segment. We talked a little bit about the brother Kawhi Leonard. Who's Kawhi Leonard? He is he plays for the San Antonio Spurs. He plays small forward. He's the MVP of the NBA Finals 2014 when the Spurs won. He was awarded the MVP award. One of the best small forwards in the league. Let's check out this video clip. It's about Kawhi Leonard and how he saves his money.
Hi, welcome to this episode of Your Black World News. I'm your host, Roosevelt Mitchell III. Do you still drive your car from high school? Well, NBA champion, Finals MVP, and last year's Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard, is becoming a household name as NBA analysts think he's the best two-way basketball player in the game today. The team that he plays for, the San Antonio Spurs, also thinks highly of him as they offered him a $94 million contract last winter that Leonard signed. He's a hard worker on the court and very quiet off the court that he doesn't even engage in social media like other basketball players. In a recent interview with Sports Illustrated, he revealed a couple of things that has made many people huge fans of his, including myself. He uses coupons for free wings at Wingstop, and he still drives his 1997 Chevy Tahoe that he had in high school. The Blue Book value on it is a little over $1,100, and though he supposedly owns a Porsche, he chooses to drive his Chevy instead and said he keeps it because it runs and is paid off. Leonard spends his summers in a 2-bedroom apartment in San Diego where he hangs a mini hoop over one door so he can play 21 against people, and he carries a basketball in his backpack even when he isn't going to the gym. I just think that he's a very, very humble and down-to-earth guy, especially to be a $94 million man, right? And we always hear these stories about black millionaires always blowing through money, specifically athletes, but I would love to hear what you think about this, so please leave a comment in the section below, and until next time, my friends, be blessed and be encouraged.
What do you think of that story?
I think that is fantastic, man. I think that is great. When you've seen the kind of money that these guys have blown, athletes, rappers, whatever the case may be, it's like they find the most ludicrous ways to dispose of income, and there is no rules that apply. No rules. It's a no holds barred situation. How stupidly can I spend my money? Can I go to the club and just throw some hoes, $20,000? Can I just buy me a chrome car?
Yeah.
Can I, buy me some jewelry?
Yeah. Let me say this: I've worked as a bouncer before, prior to going to law school. Even in my early years of law school, I worked at a number of different places in Hollywood, so I saw it with my own eyes. But I still got a brother who works at some venues in Hollywood, and just about every week, my brother had stories of professional athletes that he's seen, who's been in the club, and I could name names, but I'm not. And he'd be like, "Man, so and so from Golden State Warriors is in there, man. They spent like $20,000, man. They were making it rain, and they had the bottle service popping, and a lot of NFL players, and these guys are coming in dropping $10,000 and $20,000 at a time in these Hollywood clubs. Most people during the off season want to be either in LA or New York or Florida, or Chicago. Those are the popping spots for the most part. And these guys blow through cash like it's nothing.
You know what? And
and I'm jealous.
I call that the dope dealer mentality.
It's a hip hop mentality too, kind of.
It actually started with the dope dealers.
Okay.
Dope dealers kind of set that trend up back in the late 80s, early 90s, when a dope dealer once told me, it ain't the dope that I'm addicted to, it's the money. Okay, he said, man, I get up in the morning, I get a phone call or a page, whatever the case may be, and I'll make $30,000 before noon.
Wow.
Okay? So I don't respect it, and the same reason why so many rappers or so many artists don't respect women, because they come so easy for them. If things come too easy, you don't value it.
That's true.
Okay,
that's true.
You only value it once it's gone. You think it's going to be like this forever. And a lot of dope dealers would go, go to Beverly Hills Hotel, trick off, get the presidential suite for $2,500 a night, stay there 5 nights, come back and brag about it. They go down. I remember my own guys who were never ballers. They'd go to the Snooty Fox and rent rooms by the week. Dre and Yella, they would do that.
Oh, really?
They go half on
the Snooty Fox. Is that on Western?
Western, yeah. They go half on rooms for chicks and see how many girls they can screw in a week's time.
Snitch alert. Okay. Snitch alert. Snitch alert. Snitch alert.
We're gonna have to revisit that no snitching topic.
Okay, but it's but you ain't. You
talk about like 25 years
back
ago.
In the day,
yeah,
back in the day,
nothing new.
When we was kind of rolling. I said, you did what? Oh man, we would have on the room at the Snooty, and we got a contest, see how many girls we can sleep with between the time check in today and check out on Saturday, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see, man, why would you want to do that? Oh man, because we can. It's fun to have it's good to have the money, but a lot of people don't have the financial stability to sustain that for a long period of time.
Right.
So it's a flash in the pan, and you look up and you mess around and have any kind of hiccups in your life, get caught, okay, especially if you're selling dope, get caught, get robbed, whatever, and all those things become memories. And I know so many cats talk about what they used to have, and I sit around like, did you really? Okay, that's nice. Well, what you doing now?
Yeah.
So
it's all gone.
It's all gone. And even nowadays, you see guys out doing dumb stuff. $6,000 for a pair of Yeezy tennis shoes? Are you out of your fucking mind? $6,000 for a pair of tennis shoes? $6,000? Nick Cannon got some $1 million slippers he had made, diamond slippers, $1 million shoes. Okay, diamond encrusted loafers. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff they do. This, I guess, they do it for TMZ. They do it for what's the magazine? Inquirer.
Okay.
Give people something to talk about. But when all the smoke is said, when everything is said and done, unless you have a serious long-term plan that's bulletproof, you heading for disaster, man.
Yeah, that's true. And once you spend the money, obviously you can't get that money back. So you're in position, you're perpetually chasing money to maintain a very expensive lifestyle.
Tricking ain't deductible.
Yeah. And that's a problem that a lot of people have, is that once you get used to living at a certain status, a lot of people have a hard time downsizing and going back to more of a humble lifestyle. So if you get used to driving a Bentley, for example, a lot of people have a hard time going back to driving a Ford Focus. You know what I mean? So then you see people taking risks that they wouldn't normally take to maintain a lifestyle that they've gotten comfortable with. And that's the downfall of a lot of people. But anyway, check it out. We got some financial tips. We got a short video. This is 5 wealth building tips. Let's see what we can learn from this, and we'll comment on it.
It's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and invest. Instead of working harder for your money, make your money work harder for you. Choose to live below your means and use the money that's left over to make you more money. Here are 5 wealth building tips to consider. Wealth building tip number 1. Make another monthly payment to yourself. With all the bills you have, it's tough to start saving. So think of saving as another monthly bill. Choose an amount you can afford, maybe 10% of your income, and get your bank to automatically transfer that amount into your savings account every month. Wealth building tip number 2. Avoid consumer debt. If you don't have enough money for that new TV or vacation, wait till next year. Use some of your savings from tip number 1 to pay off credit card debt. After all, your freedom is more valuable than stuff. Wealth building tip number 3, multiply your savings. Put your savings into a high interest account like a REIT or a mutual fund. With compound interest, you can double or triple what you contributed over time. Wealth building tip number 4, pay down your mortgage. Use your savings to make lump sum payments. Not only will you save thousands of dollars in interest, you'll build up equity faster, which can be used to make other investments. Wealth building tip number 5, save for a down payment on a revenue property. Once your savings or equity have grown enough, you can invest in a revenue property that will yield both monthly rent and capital appreciation. To see if this strategy is right for you, call us today.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of
Building Tips. One thing I noticed that was not on that list, and I've looked at a lot of lists like this, I never seen them say as a financial tip or a wealth building tip, pay down your student loans. They'll talk about paying, getting rid of credit card debt and paying down your mortgage, and making and paying more than what's due, on those types of bills, so that more of your payment is going towards the principal and not just the interest, and you're paying down the principal quicker. But I've never seen on those lists pay off your student loans, so I'm still waiting to see that.
Well, you know what what I've learned over the years is stay away from store credit cards. Store credit cards can find you to that store. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now,
so you're talking about like a Best Buy credit card?
Best Buy. Now, I do have Home Depot and Lowe's credit cards. If you're a homeowner, you need a Lowe's or a Home Depot credit card if you're a homeowner. Because at any given time, that water heater is going to go out. Okay. You may need a new toilet, whatever the case may be. So those credit cards are kind of essential for a homeowner.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I find myself my shopping, when I do shopping, I shop Craigslist, I shop Amazon. Okay. Mm-hmm. I buy used in a minute. And I ain't broke, but I just go buy used. I just learned that let somebody else pay that retail price. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people upgrade, and they'll just, hey man, we got a nice ass washer dryer. We got to get rid of because we upgraded to this new $1,000 shot with the moon glass in the front. Oh, that's nice, but you got a good one that's sitting in the garage. You just want to make some space for your next car. So that situation always works. Me and my partners, we always believed in the Recycler newspaper. Recycler, man, before Craigslist, there was a paper called the Recycler. It's still around, but it's not as popular as it used to be. We would get the Recycler at 7 o'clock in the morning to shop deals for studio equipment. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what we kind of learned that from. And it's the same thing now with Craigslist, Craigslist and eBay, because you'd be surprised at what you can find somebody else that's want to get rid of if that's what you're looking for. Second of all, never be in a hurry to buy anything. Okay, take your time. If you don't put yourself under any kind of pressure, you can always find yourself a better deal.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think on that list was no impulse shopping.
Yeah.
So plan to buy whatever you want to buy, unless it's an emergency, like you said, like a water heater going out or a toilet.
Right. Now,
everything else needs to be planned.
If credit cards are good to have, okay, for emergencies. You never know what may happen. So that's why I say if you can avoid it, don't tie up your cash, your possible cash credit cards on stuff like water heaters and things of that nature, because once you use that limit up, if something else happens, you can't go back and get it. Whereas with a Visa MasterCard, you can go in and get you a cash advance that may help you get to another level if you need it. I know back in the day, my partner Curtis Garrett, rest in peace, he would use his American Express card to finance his dances.
Oh.
So he would book his dance right before the cutoff dates. And by the time the bill came due, the dance was over with. He may have done 2 dances. So he made enough money to pay off the bill. And if he didn't, he had enough money to hustle up the money to pay off the bill, and made his company a pretty good company, Z-Car Productions. I learned that from him, and he's the same age I am. So when you have, people have a lot of different credit card situations. Some people have used credit cards to buy income property. Okay? I know one of my buddies, he used 3 or 4 credit cards, maxed them out.
To make the down payment.
Make the down payment on some income property.
Okay.
20,000. He needed 30,000, I think it was. He pulled 15 from his credit cards, had another 15 cash, got what he needed, flipped it a few months later, paid his credit card off, put money in his pocket.
Oh man, that is smart.
Okay, so you
because you got to pay down the credit card balances quickly because the interest rate is usually kind of high. But if you can, you fix the property up, make the improvements, have it reappraised. Usually, you're going to have some equity in it,
right?
And you can borrow that from the bank and then pay off the credit cards.
Right.
I totally can see that.
You can use your Visa MasterCard, pull cash off of them, use your Home Depot card to fix it up. If you have the skills, flip it, and before the credit card bills become too much of a problem, pay the bills off.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happen before. So
wow.
yeah. So definitely, it's ways to make it happen. There's good credit and there's bad credit. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I learned at an early age was J.C. Penney's, Target. Those situations got me in trouble because you forget about them. Okay. 2 credit cards I always keep. I keep a Visa card and a Shell and a gas card.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about it, and I remember when I had my gas credit card so long, I would go do gigs. I didn't have money sometimes as a DJ. I didn't have the money to get to the gig, but I had gas. Okay? And because I had a gas credit card, I was able to get to the gigs and make me some money.
Yeah.
So you always...
When you do gigs as a DJ, do they give you the money up front or at the end?
Sometimes they give it to me up front, but sometimes, it depends who it was. And I was stupid back then. Sometimes I wouldn't even take a deposit.
Yeah. I remember, I think you told a story in your book, Not Without a Lonzo, where the promoter was short on the money, and all of a sudden you had technical difficulties.
Had problems with the ass. Oh man, the lights ain't coming on.
So the music stopped, and they having problems with the music. People stopped dancing, and then he came up with the money.
He found the money real quick. Okay.
Where was that at? Do you remember?
That was at the Biltmore Hotel. Not Biltmore. That was at the Century Plaza Hotel on Century Park Drive. My first time ever playing this room. Huge room. Had a huge crowd, and homeboy and them was playing with my money, and I don't like nobody playing with my money, man. And at 12 o'clock, I hit the switch, and fortunately for me, they hired another sound and they left. So I'm the only one in the joint with records, okay? And I'm sitting there at 12. I said my brother get the money at 12 o'clock. They didn't get any. I'll tell them we take care of him later. I knew these guys wasn't going to pay me. That's the game they played. Mm-hmm. So if I didn't pull a strong arm on their ass at 12 o'clock, at 1:45, I have no leverage.
Oh, wow.
My key leverage is between 11:30 and 12:30. Okay? And I pulled my little scheme on them. They paid me my little $100. Okay? And here's the crazy part. They got mad at me and pulled me off the set after I got paid. Do you think I gave a damn?
Yeah, so let that be a wealth building tip as well. To the extent that you can control it, always get the money up front, or at least a portion of it. As an attorney, most of my clients can't afford to pay all the entire cost of their legal services up front. So, and most attorneys will accept, like myself, will accept a down payment and put our clients on a monthly payment plan. But occasionally I'll have that client saying, can you please come to court or somebody saying, can you please go to court on my son's case and then I'll pay you Friday when I get paid. Nope. I can't do it, especially in my field, because once you commit to a case, you're stuck with it. You know what I mean? You cannot go back into court and say, Your Honor, they didn't pay me. I want to be relieved off the case. I've tried that before. I tried it in Compton. And the judge who was he was the supervisor judge for the whole court at that time, named Chirosky. I've heard that he's retired since. He said, counsel, I've been a judge for over 30 years, and I've never seen any legal authority that allows me to relieve an attorney off a case simply because the client hasn't paid. So unless you can come up with some law that shows me I have the power to do that, I can't let you off the case. And I got stuck with the case and ended up having to do a trial basically for free.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a good experience in terms of learning how to do trials.
On what to do and what not to do, yes.
Yeah, it was a good experience in more ways than one, unfortunately. But
wow.
We'll take a commercial break in a minute. But yeah, so But I wanted to talk about one other, just to emphasize, one of the other 5 wealth building tips that we just saw in the video segment was to save 10% of your income, and I've heard people also advise that it's good to open up different bank accounts for particular things. So if your goal is to become a rental property owner, you should open up a bank account and save money for that specifically, and don't touch it and don't use that account for anything else. But this is your savings for your rental property. This is your savings for your retirement savings. Have specific accounts. Is 10% really doable in this day and age?
You think about this, man. You got 10% for your savings, 10% for your tithings, 30% for taxes. That's half your money gone already.
Yeah. And rent's gonna, or your mortgage is probably gonna be about another 25, 30% of your
mortgage
income?
nowadays, you could anywhere between 25, your rent 25 to 40% of your income. So let's say conservative is 30%. Okay, that's 80% gone right there. Okay, if you're a God-fearing man, want to save money, that has a mortgage, and you're gonna pay your taxes. Okay, that's 80% of your money is gone already.
Yeah.
Okay,
you ain't got no money left for us. Check on the side.
So, it's easy to throw numbers at people, but being realistic, okay. And I was talking to one of my partners today. We were riding down the street. I said, "You know something, man? I was at the point one time I thought about driving for Uber. I still may do it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not. I don't feel like I'm over and above doing that type of work. I've even considered, because as you know, I've worked previously as a substitute teacher in Compton Unified School District. I've considered doing that because I have days during the week where I don't have court appearances to make. Right. I don't have anything scheduled. And I'm like, man, I could do like 1 or 2 days a week in Compton Unified and just make some more money to supplement my income.
Right, and
or drive for Uber.
And every once in a while, the grandmaster will kick in. Okay, what if somebody recognizes you? And okay,
maybe they'll give you a bigger tip.
Okay,
or you can sell them a book while you're driving.
Hey man, look, you know what? If my schedule would permit, I would do it, because I know people that I know. One of my buddies makes about $1,000 to $1,500 a week just doing Uber. That's all he does. Okay, he drives during the week.
He does it part time, or
he does it part time. He drives during the week while the son is at school, and at night when the son's with his mom. His son's with his mom on the weekend.
You said $1,000 to $1,500 a week.
$1,500 a week.
You can totally live off that.
Okay.
In LA.
So if you in hustle mode, okay, you can get your hustle on and still go to work.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it when we come back. All right, folks, this is Lonzo and Dakar. We are doing Issues in the Hood today, y'all. Issues in the Hood Reloaded strictly for Ustream. We'll be back in a minute, folks. We got to be back in a minute.
Can you really?
Generate a high-tech sound. It's so clear, the feature sequence now been found. There's a fact that we are an audio threat. You see that this beat was made in the sweat.
All right, y'all. We listen to the Techno Hop catalog today, folks. We going back to the 80s, 90s. We going back to the Techno Hop catalog. In fact, I was on Facebook earlier this week, and I saw somebody was going through a record crate at a record store and found an unopened copy of a Techno Hop record by Battery Brain, and you'd have swore he'd have found something by the Beatles. He talked about this. This thing got streamed on Facebook for about 35, 40 minutes. It was a line of comments, the whole 9 yards, man. So, yeah, we are in the Techno Hop mode today, folks. It's going down. Lonzo and Dakar, Issues in the Hood, Reloaded.
Yes,
we do it like this every Thursday, folks. We have 2 shows a week. N.W.A. Now with Lonzo every Tuesday and Thursday. It's Issues in the Hood Reloaded, whether it be Compton or the world, folks. We'll bring it to you in an hour and a minute.
Yeah. I know we got a call coming up in just a minute, but are you following sports at all? Okay, so you got one thing that's happening in the NBA. You got that's a lot of things that's exciting. But you got the Golden State Warriors, who's the reigning NBA champions. They won the NBA Finals last year against Cleveland. They are closing in on setting the record for the best record in the league ever. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Well, we got a caller right now. Hold on there, folks. We got too much going on.
Wireless calling.
Caller, talk to us.
What's
Hello.
up, Lonzo Williams?
What up, Doc?
Everything is good. This is Kelton out of Los Angeles by way of Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, what's up with you?
And I know you guys are doing some marvelous things. It's a pleasure to be connected with you, and I'm looking forward to some marvelous things with your organization in the future.
Thank you.
And my specialty is in technology, Lonzo.
Okay.
And I just wanted to share with your audience a little bit about how I came to be a keynote speaker for over 600 business people and been given the Technology of the Year Award in Atlanta, Georgia at the Georgia International Convention Center next Thursday night. I'm flying out of LA to go to that on Saturday.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Prepare for that. And that's because of what we're doing for the minority businesses of the world. And what happened was in October 2012, I was working as a consultant for the International Independent Business University, and I was coaching senior level executives how to become entrepreneurs once corporate America chewed them up and spit them out, predominantly white men. And I got a call from a publisher who said I should start taking a look at some online video collaboration and video distribution technology. And I said, okay. I started using these products, and within 3 months, I started getting amazing results by smartphone texts and emails as far as marketing and, advertising and promoting, but especially on social media sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And within 3 months on Facebook, my friend requests, my shares, my likes, and my comments went up. On Twitter, my followers started increasing as they do to this day. I started doing business with people on Twitter. But then LinkedIn, have you heard of LinkedIn, Lonzo?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. LinkedIn sent me an email telling me my LinkedIn profile was in the top 10% of all LinkedIn profiles viewed out of 200 million profiles.
Wow, okay.
So I knew I was on to something. So I took a plane from LAX and I flew into Tampa, Florida to meet the CEO of this brand. Now, his story was, in 2004, he was working as a Hillsborough County sheriff, and he wanted to send his mother a video in an email while he was on vacation. And America Online at the time, which was the major internet service provider, told him they couldn't put a video in an email in the 90s. Well, he believed that could happen, and within 3 years, he created the world's first video that played in an email when you open it up. Not something that would send you to another third party like most people do today. They go to YouTube. But this video played in your email when you clicked on it. And he became very wealthy. And so I just wanted to become a regional consultant of his brand here in California, but he took me on his yacht line that I couldn't refuse and gave me a piece of the company in Atlanta and Los Angeles where I do work today. So now I work as an advocate of the STEM Education Coalition, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. If you go to STEM Ed Coalition, STEMED COALITION.org, you'll find out that STEM is a national priority. So here's the deal, Lonzo. Right now, there's a lot of problems in the hood, right?
Right.
Okay, well, here's what's happening. There are two types of people that work in the economy today. Those that make money on the internet and those that don't. And there's two ways that they do it. Those that earn subscription-based income based on the leadership ability of their brand and content distribution on the internet, and those that don't operate that way. Now, in our community, the minority community especially, there are two crisis situations that are operating like silent killers. You know, like heart attacks are silent killers?
Right.
All right, well, here's the two crisis situations that the audience needs to be aware of. The number one crisis situation is called the digital divide of technology, and here's what I mean. Most people don't realize this, Lonzo, but it took 15 years for the first 1.5 billion people to get on the internet. The next 1.5 billion people will come on in less than 5 years. What does that mean? At any given point in the day, Lonzo, there are over 200 billion devices connected to the internet. The average household has 7 internet-connected devices. iPhone, iPad, computer, Xbox, you name it, right?
Right.
Well, here's the deal. The question is, as far as making money, how many devices are you making money off of right now in your business, your career, or your profession? Because according to the STEM Education Coalition, 60% of the professions that pay 6 figures or higher in wages, salary, commissions, or profits require technology skills that less than 20% of the American population currently possesses. But when it comes to African Americans, Hispanics, or females, that number is less than 1%. Now, that has led to the second crisis, which is called wealth or income inequality. What does that mean? That means that 95% of the wealth is controlled by 5% of the population. And this has happened because digital global technology has replaced human effort. Now, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is that I can help people that have a fifth grade reading level become $1 million brands. That's the good news. Now, here's the bad news. Right now, the world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months. Technology is accelerating faster than ever, and people are frustrated right now, Lonzo, in the hood by the fact that the old models of making a living aren't as reliable as they used to be. You feel me?
Right.
Now, check this out. In the technology world where I make money at, ancient history is what happened 12 months ago. In the minority business world, diversity is completely off the radar screen in Silicon Valley, which means although we're physically free, we're still unequal. Why? Because when it comes to the equality side of the equation in the technology domain, Apple, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Skype, Twitter, YouTube, those are the biggest brands in the world. So you have a lot of people that have a home-based business or they're independent distributors of skincare, nutrition, insurance, financial services, you name it. That ain't where the money's at. The money is in technology. How do I know? How do you know? I tell you what, get in your car right now and go to the nearest retail mall. What will be the busiest stores in the mall where you got to take a number and wait? It ain't the insurance company. It's the technology company. It's the Verizon store, the Sprint store. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's what's happening.
I got to rush you. We almost out of time. I got to give me the short. Give us the short version right quick.
Okay, here's the short version. Nobody's looking out for Black America in Silicon Valley. 3% Hispanic, 2% Black, 30% female at Google. When it comes to Yahoo or Apple or companies like that, the numbers are basically the same. So there will be a need for 1 million more technology-based professionals than the current economy is expected to produce. So if people keep tuning into this show, and they tune in, because I'm going to give you the goods, Alonzo.
Okay.
And then you can do with it what you want.
I'll
but
take
I'm always available for you. You got my number. You got my website. I'll be happy to come on your show and share with you how to do what we do. If you want to go to my website right now, here's the website. TALKFUSION.com/163-7302. One more time. TALKFUSION.com/163-7302. Go to that website, take a look at the videos, take a look at my products, and get back with Lonzo, and he'll connect me with you, and I'll show you how you can become a million-dollar brand within the next 5 years.
All right, folks.
Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you for calling, Doc. I appreciate it. We're trying to make you some money over here, folks. You're live with Lonzo right here at Issues in the Hood. This is how we do it, folks. This is how it's done every week on the Issues in the Hood. If we can't help you, we ain't going to hurt you, folks. If we can't help you, I got to call. I had a caller call in when we was on the air. I got my boy from Compton Journal trying to get to it. I got to take this. I got to get back with it. So yeah, folks, my mic ain't on, Dre. I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. There you go. I'm hearing myself again now. Hey, folks, yeah, we're back. We're back live. That was a mini commercial for an endeavor that I'm involved in. That once I see it and I get it down pat, I'll invite you all into it. And I'm impressed. I don't like doing multi-level marketing. I'm gonna tell you, I'm probably one of the. I've been involved in everything from the gas cards to phone cards, water, noni juice, whatever the case may be. I've had phone calls. I've done it. I've been involved in all. I've been invited to it all, but I very seldom get involved. Okay, I don't like the process. But when I saw this right here, in fact, I've even sold Herbalife. Okay. I still have an Herbalife number right to this day, okay? So I believe in things that are working, okay? Herbalife works. It works physically and financially, okay? I just don't have time to do it like I used to, okay? My daughter does it. My daughter does it. She does very well with it. My youngest daughter, my middle daughter, Jordan, she does she's into it. She is a product. She's a product of her own product. She's lost about 22 pounds.
Oh wow!
And her income is increased by about 50%. Okay, so she's a walking billboard for her own product. So I definitely know that it works, but I just don't have time to do it like I used to. This right here, this product, he showed it to me. And one thing I like about the product. One, it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to get involved. Two, you can use it. I can use it in my business, put it that way. Okay? It gives you a whole nother perspective in the world of social marketing. Okay? Social media marketing. Number two, I don't like products you have to buy to use. Okay? This one right here, I want to buy it so I can use it. We got another caller, folks. Another caller. Issues in the Hood, you are live. How can I help you, Doc?
Compton Business Journal, Tyrone.
Hey,
how you doing?
What up, Ty?
All right. How y'all doing tonight?
Oh, man, we dropping knowledge and game, trying to give folks some money, help them get paid, dropping some information on them. You know how we do it.
Oh, yeah. I was listening. I like what I was hearing there. We got to talk about that.
Oh, you're going to like that. You'll like that. You will like that. Okay? No, I'm very serious. What you do with the Compton Journal, Business Journal, you'll like that, but you gotta come in under me, goddammit. What's happening with you, Doc?
I can't come in at the top, huh?
God, you have to come in under me. I need you in my downline. What's happening with you?
I know that. Oh, not much. This week we got a little stuff happening. We had an open letter from the Sheriff's Department talking about the selfies, the new selfies that the kids are out there putting out with themselves. They don't realize that's a crime.
What you mean?
They're opening themselves up for exploitation.
What you mean?
This week the Sheriff's Department, the sheriff put out an open letter informing the parents about their kids doing selfies, doing nude selfies.
Oh yeah.
And
they call it sexting, right?
With that.
They call it sexting, is it?
Yeah, they sexting.
Big is coming up under the Human Trafficking Bureau because a lot of these kids are getting exploited out there. These folks are they're able to look at the pictures, put it into a process, and find out where your children live. So you better go through those phones, parents.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big one.
We talked about it on the show. We talked about it on the show a few weeks ago about sexting and social media. How people don't realize how social media can come back to bite you in the ass.
Everything you put out there.
Everything it don't go nowhere. You may delete off your page, but it's still someplace.
Absolutely.
I hear we got a new grocery store in Compton.
Oh yeah, I just put the article up. There's a video showing Marysha Brown with Janice Zarita over there off of Central and Rosecrans. The grocery outlet grand opening video's up. It's at the Compton Business Journal. Just go to the front page, and that's the first story that's up there. It's a good thing. It took over the Fresh and Easy spot over there.
Right. Now, have you been through the store yet?
I have not. I'll be over there tomorrow, though.
Okay, you know what I find funny, man, and it isn't wrong with it, I just find it weird that only Compton can open a store and the news will come out and make an issue out of it. Stores open every day someplace. But only Compton get a press conference.
That's true, and I think it's part of the revitalization of Compton, though. And it's a good thing because remember, at one point, the only reason that they were coming out was because of a shooting.
Right.
Or a politician. Something happened with a politician.
Well, you know what? I think I gotta give my girl Jasmine a big shout out too, because she keeps Compton on the up and up. She keeps the Compton face. You know, she's been a part of keeping Compton in the know on a positive tip. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I met with her a couple at the parade, and man, she's been doing a fantastic job over it. I commend her. In fact, I might have on the show talk about some of the things going on in Compton as well. So practice safe texting. That's cute. Yeah. So what else is going on, Doc?
All right. So we have some college tutors coming from Cal State Dominguez partnering up with the Compton Unified School District to help the elementary students improve their literacy skills, which is a good thing. You make those kind of partnerships within the community. We have three local colleges. We have Cal State Dominguez Hills, got Compton Community College, got Cal State Long Beach down the street. These kids have to realize that it's more than the streets after school. You know, they have to have something to look forward to, and one of the ways that they're doing it is helping these kids with their literacy skills, so they can go ahead and take these tests and get into college. So that was something that was good. Then a big story that came about this week, and I'm digging a little bit more into it. It looks like Serena Williams is giving back. They had a short video that she did this week. Find that on the Compton Business Journal under Serena Williams giving back to Compton schools. It was basically where she's speaking, where a bunch of celebrities are getting together through a website called DonorsChoose.org. So she plans on helping out Compton and the LA neighborhoods where she used to live to attend school to go ahead and donate back to the community.
Okay, cool.
That's following right along the heels of a couple weeks ago with Jimmy Kimmel and Chevy donating back to Compton schools and giving those teachers those Hawaiian vacations as well.
Okay.
So things are looking good. Things are looking good in the city of Compton.
All we gotta do now is get these folks to stop shooting each other. That's the next step. We gotta stop them bullets from flying, and we need to make that courthouse make that a just an abandoned building just for parking tickets and bullshit. Okay. Stop the county bus from going to the slave bus from going to the taking brothers into slavery over on Willowbrook. Okay. That's the next goal. Huh?
Gotta start that type of campaign. That has to start at the ground level. There's a lot of folks that want to do a lot of things out there, but we have to do the small things first. Once we get those small things accomplished first, stop killing each other out here in the streets, and then we can go on and move on to bigger things and Compton's gonna come back to the way it was. I have a strong belief in Compton.
Okay.
Just like I know you do.
All right, I sure do, Doc. I sure do. All right, we got to roll. Tyrone, thank you for calling in, my brother.
No problem. Y'all take care.
Tyrone from the Compton Business Journal, folks. All right, y'all. You know what? We out of time, man. We out of time. I don't have time.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I don't have time to do my top 10.
Oh, you have to save it for next week.
I got to save it for next week.
Because we'll be back Tuesday.
Tuesday for the N.W.A. show, Doc. Not without Lonzo. Hey, y'all. If you want to see the shows, we have all our shows uploaded to our website. We found out that YouTube got mad because we didn't do something like that we wanted to do. So fuck them. That's how you fuck them. We gotta do what we gotta do. All our shows are now being uploaded to my website, LonzoWilliams.com, folks. So if you missed any of the shows, Issues in the Hood, the N.W.A. show, hey, go to LonzoWilliams.com. Go to the page. All the shows will be right there. Give them till about Monday, though, folks. In the meantime, I'm Lonzo. I'm out of here. Dakar.
Yes, sir.
Where can they find you at?
Hey, if you need legal advice, the best way to reach me is my cell phone, 213-858-2698.
All right, folks. Lonzo, check out the book at LonzoWilliams.com. It's going down, folks. Peace.
Peace.
When I'm on the mic, I take no slack, and every time that you see me, I'm carrying a gat. I got 38s and 22s. You mess with me, I'm gonna bust on you. I got a 357 and an M16. They call me Max Spade and T's the King. You know, Compton is the city where the homeboys stay. Rolling in a different car every day. Can't roll too hard, gotta watch my back. Cause if I don't, I just might get jacked. Now Compton is a city of a lot of fun. Can walk down the street. Can walk down the street. Can walk down the street without my gun.